Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. Let's talk about Jasmy. It is time for your Thursday Jasmy update. And I want to tell you this right now. Smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. I want to tell you this right now. I am a very eager buyer of Jasmy right now. Right now, this moment. And I'm so excited to actually tell you that because back when Jasmy was pumping like crazy earlier this year, when was that? So it peaked in early February. I was calling for Jasmy to go back to what pretty much where it is at this moment. And some of you were calling saying I was introducing FUD. You were making fun of me, all that stuff. And we're here. And I am buying, I'm not going to buy a ton, but I am buying Jasmy. And I am buying it in anticipation of some kind of move higher. Maybe back to this level right here where we peaked in May. Maybe not. I would think at least a retrace to the golden pocket is in order at some point in the next month or two. I'm buying, so I have heavy conviction on this. I want to tell you that I have heavy conviction on this, but I'm also setting up some kind of a stop loss for, if I were to trade it, which I might enter some kind of a swing long with a little bit of leverage if we get somewhere around the 0.004 level. I'm not sure about that. I'm just going to buy spot for net right now, but I will set some kind of stop loss around here, 0.00375 on that trade just in case. But I'm telling you, there's so many things that I'm seeing that would support now being the time to load up on spot Jasmy and not worrying about where we are right now, 0.00422 in comparison to 0.00406. This is not a significant enough of a move for me to be too concerned about that if it does get down to this bottom fib here. But here's what I'm looking at in terms of Jasmy on its Bitcoin pair and just looking at Bitcoin in general. First of all, Jasmy Bitcoin just looks, it is there. It's where I want it to be when I'm thinking about buying Jasmy. Let's look at the previous two times that it got near this level. So right here, we have March 27th. Where was Jasmy on March 27th? It bottomed out on March 27th. It was at 0.00433, rallied, almost doubled in the span of a month and a half. That's a pretty phenomenal return in the span of a month and a half. Let's look back again to Jasmy when it was around this level again, December 28th, 29th, something like that. So where was Jasmy December 28th? Right around here at its bear market bottom. And then what did it do over the span of a month and a half? It did a 4X. Okay, so I'm not expecting a 4X this time around from buying here, but I'm expecting at least a 50% move, maybe a 2X is in order. I don't know if we're going back to this specific price, the February 7th high, but I think, again, a move to the golden pocket. You got to be patient, but maybe over the next month, 2 months, something like that. Another thing that I would say supports a move higher, some kind of move higher for Jasmy, is just looking at Bitcoin. In my last video, guys, I've been nailing this. I'm sorry to toot my own horn here. I have been pretty much on point with being bullish, with being bearish with Jasmy. And if you watch my last video, you can see that I was calling for a move. There's a ton of support right where Bitcoin got this week, a move to the bull market support band. We wicked below it. I was expecting a move right there. If I pulled up the 200-week simple moving average, it's right about here. There's a ton of support there. There's a ton of support at 25.2 for Bitcoin. I don't think it's going lower. If it does, then sure, yeah, Jasmy will go down, which is why I have my stop in order. But the risk for Jasmy is so much. There's so little risk for Jasmy right now. But I'm expecting that this is going to establish a new level of support for Bitcoin, which means so if Bitcoin goes up, even if Jasmy just kind of stays right where it is, Jasmy is going to go up. But I'm expecting, if I were to draw a trend line here, I would expect a move on the Jasmy Bitcoin chart, Jasmy Bitcoin to peak around all those zeros to right around here is where I'm expecting the Jasmy Bitcoin pair to peak at the very least. All right, so that's what's on my radar with Jasmy. So, you could see over the next month or 2 months a 50% gain, which I know for some of you that's not good enough. But I'm an old fart, I guess, and I see a 50% gain, and no matter what it is, I'm like, sign me up. Sign me up. So perhaps 50% is in order somewhere around the golden pocket. That's my next expectation. All I'm saying, either that or we're just going to drag along here for a while. All I'm saying is that the risk to reward, low risk, high reward potential here with Jasmy. And I'm so happy. Finally, after all these months of not quite doom and gloom, but you're listening to all these moon boys call for Jasmy to go to a penny tomorrow, and I'm saying no, that's not happening anytime soon. Finally, I get to tell you, hey, I'm bullish on Jasmy. You're welcome, I guess, for not being one of those guys. But I know you're just going to continue to listen to them and not me. That's a little too passive aggressive. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I'm bullish on Jasmy. I think, certainly we can go lower, but I think now is a great time to be loading up ahead of I mean, why do I make a Jasmy video every week? Next year or two, I'm very excited about owning Jasmy, buying Jasmy at this price. So that's my plan, but I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, have a good day, good rest of your week. I'll see you next time. Peace.